Alright, everybody. Welcome back for version B of my M1 Abrams battle number 11. So, this was from the 23rd of March. I had squatted up with two of my Discord members that I squad with fairly often. Normally we have pretty good battles together. We had a little bit of a rough time with the comms and some getting stressed out after some high-tier Soviet battles that we'd been doing, squatting. So we switched over for a battle with the Abrams because we figured the battle should go pretty well and hopefully everybody could kind of cheer up a little bit. I originally released the other version of this video this morning, in fact, and I'm post-narrating this today on the, what is today? Sunday the 25th. So you can see there was a Bagel Panzer. We run into the Germans on this map. There's a Bagel Panzer and a Leopard A1A1 up in front of us. I shot too high over the top of the Bagel Panzer initially, and then managed to hit him and set him on fire as Sean took out the Leopard A1A1, and I got a follow-up shot on the Bagel Panzer and knocked out his gunner, and then pushed up. Now, previously, the exact previous battle to this, we had still been driving our 9.0 and 9.3 Soviet lineup. I was in my 9.0 T-64A, and Sean has got the T-64B, so we were fighting at 9.3. Now, I had live recorded the comms because this was actually the 11th battle I had ever driven in my Abrams, having not touched it for a week after I had done the first 10 battles in it, the first 10 video. It was by far my most successful first 10 I've had to date. I hope someday I do better than that in a first 10, but at any rate, I had not touched the Abrams since the first 10, except for a very short arcade tank assault battle that I'd done. And as I'm backing up here, as we were just discussing, after capping A, we were going to move to B, and I back up and catch this KPZ-70 by surprise. Managed to get a nice shot into his lower hull and knock out his crew. And then we pushed back over towards B. Right as we're moving towards B, Sean and I bump into each other. He gets set on fire right behind me, so I turn around to go back and help him with the repair. Which, of course, I don't have parts, and I forgot you can't help someone repair unless you actually have parts yourself, naturally. So at any rate, getting back to the previous battle, we had run into these guys in the Acero squad on the other team. They'd been in their exact same lineup, and the exact same spawns, and they were all up in the very, very south part of the map at like H3, H4 on the bottom left corner. You can see where they had a Gepard and a KPZ-70 hiding all the way back behind a building back there, which you'll see here in a moment. So, right there was a shot from him right there. It didn't hit me, so I chanced lining up on the Leopard, who had hit Sean and set him on fire. And if you look in the left side of the screen there, as I take out that Leo A1A1, you can actually see the guy who was shooting at me back there. So I knew he was there. I knew it had to be the same guy from the last battle. I was about to go after him, and Sean starts taking hits from what we thought was a Gepard. Turns out to be a Kugelblitz right here. So I stayed behind the cover I had and tried to light up the Kugelblitz here to save Sean. I'm getting overpens with my APFSDS, so after I tried to hit the ammo here in the turret, which didn't work, I switched over to my Heat FS rounds to take him out because I figured this would actually do some more explosive damage instead of just overpenning. And it did. So there was my fourth kill in the Abrams, and Sean had been set on fire by a Jagdtiger that he was able to hit himself and destroy. And as I was pulling forward to knock out the Jagdtiger myself, I took a hit in my cannon barrel and my breech that knocked it out, so I started trying to reverse back to the A point to repair. And ultimately chanced turning my back and my side towards the guy who was shooting as I marked him on the map, because my Abrams was not going to fit through that little gap that I had where I initially tried to back through. So zoomed my way back into the A point, got behind a little bit of cover, started my repair. It was a 24-second repair. That's not too bad. I figured I was going to survive that. Got an airplane coming over. For a moment we thought it was going to be hostile, but it was friendly, so we were okay. Fly gets set on fire just right up there. I told him to mark what was on the map because we had a friendly airplane up. And then saw the guy that had hit him, was able to mark the guy on the map, hopefully for our P-47. And then Sean got destroyed by the KPZ-70 all the way at the bottom left-hand corner hiding, which I knew at this point had to be the same guy from the previous battle we'd done where we were driving our Soviet lineups. So I went after him to finish him off by the A side, and then we were going to divert our attention up to the B point after that. Because we were, after all, still trying to get to the B point right after we captured A, we were trying to get up there. So as I'm trying to get into a defensive ambushing position here for our friend behind the building up there, there he is. He pops out in his KPZ-70. I can't get a gun sight aim shot right in between where he's coming here because of the bushes in the way. So I backed off to go third-person shot, get the shot I want, and then the gun drops just as he's about to come across. I was afraid I'd given away my position, but it seemed like it didn't really matter as he continued driving through, and I was able to get a crew knockout shot on him. And there's an ace battle. So Sean has made his way into the B point, and he is lined up starting the decap. Somebody else is in there with him. Fly had just called out a Gepard and a KPZ near the B point somewhere. So I'm going to go back over here to head up by the side on the right-hand side of this fence right here, and as soon as I do, I spot a Leopard A1. Call it out for them, and I'm trying to get up here and take him out before he can sneak up and get behind Sean at the B cap. Got a decent enough shot at him, had to kind of take a snapshot on him there, set him on fire, stopped him, he turned around, turned his attention off me. I was able to get a follow-up shot through his turret. And Sean is getting lit up by both a KPZ-70 here and a Gepard that's up by the C point. I got an assist from an Object 120 here, who took out the KPZ-70 that I was knocking out. And now I'm trying to find where the Gepard was. Now I just saw something get marked up by C. Just to the south, over to the side of me. Wasn't sure what it was. Saw somebody click there. Asked if it was the Gepard. They said no, he was somewhere else. So moving up here, and there's some kind of a tank gets called out right by C as this artillery is hitting. And Fly is on his way back in an aircraft, and right as I pop up here, I notice a barrel, get a nice, easy aim shot into the side of his turret, and get a kill for battle number 7. Now I'm backing around to head back down to B, and I spot another KPZ-70 coming out of the spawn. Managed to hit him for kill number 8. And then Sean had started the capture on C, so I moved in to join up with him here, right as he asked how I had not died yet in my still completely stock Abrams. I had made pretty good progress. I'd made about 80% of the progress on my parts in the first 10, by the end of the first 10, without even any booster. I'd had such a good first 10. But I still had not really... I hadn't unlocked parts or anything, so this is still a completely spaded, or completely stock. I just looked at the spaded there in the chat. And I thought it was kind of funny with Canadian Ranger there. I mean, I know not everybody follows my channel religiously, but I thought it was a little funny that he was aware of my first 10 videos, but somehow seemed to be not aware of the fact that I'd already had the first 10 out, which is quickly going to become probably my most popular first 10 of all time. So I thought it was a little funny as an enemy MiG comes over and gets a Tiny Ivan kill on Sean just outside of the C point. So I moved in here and parked on where I could have a little bit of cover from the MiG, and then just typed a little answer back to Canadian Ranger that I wished this had been part of the first 10 battles, but I hadn't actually driven the thing for an entire week. Now they start taking the B point, and I've got to risk getting in and moving out in the open with the MiG above. I hoped he had fired off both his rockets. But I'm moving in and getting ready to see what I can do, figure out who's at B. I'm assuming it's the Gepard that had killed Sean. That's what I'm expecting to see here when I run into him. Now, I don't want to give up my side or my back to a Gepard because that's a very, very dangerous thing to do. And they can kill even an Abrams pretty quickly. I've done it myself a couple times. Turns out, it's an RU-251. I got a good shot through him, set him on fire. He fired off his smoke rounds, and I moved right around on him. from the other side. I could see where he was because of his fire, so unfortunately his smoke didn't save him. And I managed to knock him out for kill number 9. Now Sean is calling for help back at our northern spawn. As you can see, there's an enemy KPZ-70 there, threatening our spawn. I'm trying to get to him as fast as I can. I told Sean just to duck in and out, play hide and seek with him until I could get there, because thankfully I'm driving an Abrams. And Sean had actually set him on fire with his M163. I asked him if his fire had gone out, and if he wanted me to take out the KPZ-70 for him, rather than him trying to fight him. And he said, yes, actually, go ahead and take out the KPZ-70 if you can. I would appreciate it. So I'll come around the corner, get a third-person kill on him, and right at the buzzer, I managed to pick up my double ace battle in battle number 11 for my M1 Abrams. I was not mad about that. So as you can see here, pulled off nearly 63,000 lions, 4,710 research, even got myself a new tank pilot icon. So not too bad. So in my 11th battle, I finished over 25,000 points of research and ended up with 10 kills, 1 assist, 2 captures, and here you can see all the rest of the awards. And there's the kill feed. Pretty good. I was pretty pleased with Battle 11, how it went. Anyway, here you all go. If you didn't like the way the team comms were in the live version of the video, here's a post-narrated version for you. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time, and have a great day.